Hello, welcome back to Mommy and Ellie Cake Cooking.
Okay.
Today we are making Christmas cookies, and some of them aren't all Christmas cookies. Some of them are cupcakes, unicorns, and Hogwarts ties and letters and stuff.
Yeah, but we're just going to make this hat, and I'm just showing how I kind of make it look like it's been stitched or something.
Yeah. And she made one, and it's really cool, and it's like a whole cat, and it's amazing.
So basically, I'm just taking little tiny lines, and this is just a Ziploc bag. This is royal icing. It's stiff. You make it with meringue powder, which is like egg whites, powdered egg whites. And then you just repeat. It's pretty simple, actually.
Kind of like
It's not even a straight
marks.
line. It is kind of like doing tally marks.
Practice your math on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I can multiply by sevens now.
Yep. And her whole cat, it's drying right now, and
Why do you think that's a whole cat? Because of the colors?
purple and green. Hulk. And so it's really awesome. I would show you, but it's drying right now. And
That's okay, because we're making the same kind of hat.
yeah. And when that is drying, I could show you some of the rest of the cookies that we could be doing, that we've already finished, well, my mom has finished. But I haven't really decorated any of the cookies because I've already ate all the cookies I've decorated.
That's true.
Yeah, and my brothers made 2 snowmen, and they look like my mom and my dad. And now he's
That's
eating
funny.
one of the Hogwarts ties.
So depending on the humidity in your house or the fat content of your cookie or any other number of situations you've got going on, the base icing, which is just a powdered sugar icing, will have this discoloration. When it fully dries, though, you get the whole solid look like that. So it's not a big deal, but it bothers me enough that I like to cover it up. So sometimes that's why I do pattern all over the whole top of the cookie. I tend to outline with the powdered sugar or the meringue powder, royal icing. And I make it pretty stiff so that I can put it in this Ziploc bag and cut the tip off. And then I don't have to use stiff pastry bags or icing bags because they're really thick and they're hard to work sometimes, especially when you have little hands like these kiddos.
Cookie.
Oh,
cookies.
girl, you've eaten all of the cookies.
Not all of them. There's like
Okay, I'm
500.
going to switch over to my white icing.
And remember, this is stiff white ice.
Yeah, it's royal icing. Royal icing you can thin out and you can fill in these spots, but this icing here, in my opinion, keeps the cookie moist. Sorry, I said moist. But that's really what it does. It keeps it so it's not a real crunchy cookie. So people are asking how I do this. Piping this on. You just have to squeeze more at the base and then you kind of pull away. And it'll harden as it dries. You can make anything with this type of icing. On a plastic bag or on wax paper, you can make different shapes. As long as it's not too runny. This is a little bit runny right now.
Like a Hogwarts
Because we've been using it, so our hands have warmed it up. But you can make different shapes. You can make 3-dimensional objects. You can make things that make it stand up. Yeah, this is not as stiff as what I normally work with, but it'll still look nice. That's okay.
And you can even make random shapes, and you can make spirals and hearts and stars, circles, squares, smiley faces.
Right, all of the shapes. Unless it's too runny, then it's flooding.
And we call that flooded icing.
So this is a sugar cookie recipe that I found online. It's by Alton Brown, and just Google it. You can find it. I did something because I didn't think that I was going to have enough butter. He calls for butter, but I did half margarine and half butter, and I feel like my cookies turned out better that way. The butter alone, even though it was soft, just made it too stiff to work with.
And this is part of the Hogwarts. I'm eating part of a Hogwarts pie, and it's a chocolate recipe. It's a chocolate cookie recipe that my mom has, but I don't know technically how to make them.
It's a family recipe. You're not allowed to give that one away.
It's just a chocolate recipe.
It is a chocolate cookie. It's a chocolate cookie recipe. You're not allowed to give it away. Anyway, we're just about done. Sometimes I'll go back around and I will outline around the hat, but this time I don't think I'm going to. So there you have it. There's that. This one I went back around and I outlined, and it's been sitting for a few minutes. The icing is more stiff. You can see it.
There's her whole cat.
Yeah. Now I'm going to eat it. Ellie, thanks for helping me.
You're welcome.